Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's tutorial, we'll be recreating the bustier crop top of these two pieces. The link to the skirt will be in the description of this video. Do not forget to like and share this video, and let's get right into the tutorial. I've gone ahead and marked out important lines. So this is my bust point level, my under bust level, my half length level, which is the length of my bustier, my shoulder line, and my armhole or chest level. On the shoulder line, I'll place the neck width of 3 inches and the neck depth of 3 inches and draw in the neckline just for reference. On the shoulder line, I'll place half of my shoulder measurement of 8.5 inches. Now the distance from my shoulder line to my armhole or chest level is 8.5 inches. To my bust point level is 11 inches. My under bust level is 14.5 inches and my half length is 17 inches. On one half of the shoulder, I will come down at 1.75 inches for my shoulder slope and connect it to the neckline. I'll find the midpoint from the shoulder slope point to the armhole level, and on this point I will come in by 1 inch. On my armhole level, I will place 1/4 of my bust measurement, and with this line I will draw in my armhole curve. On my bust point, I will place half of my bust span of 4 inches. I'll place the same measurement on the waistline and connect these 2 points with a straight line. I'll find the midpoint on my shoulder and connect this point to the bust point with a straight line. From the bust point, I will go down by 1 inch. On the waistline, I will take ½ inch on both sides of the line and connect it to the 1 inch I came down from the bust point for my dart intake. Before we start to shape the bustier, I will draw in my bust radius. My bust radius is 3.5 inches, so I'll place my tape at my bust point and rotate my tape round in a circle at 3.5 inches, and I'll connect the points. On the dart legs of my under bust, I will go out by ½ inch on both sides of the line. I will connect this point to the waistline, and with the curved side of my ruler, I will connect it to the 1 inch I came down from my bust point. At the point where my bust radius touches the line, I'll be shaping it in by 2 inches. So on the side towards the armhole, I will take in 1.25 inches, and on the side towards the center front, I will take in 0.75 inch. And connect these points to my bust point. I'm going to add in a bust dart to properly shape in my boobs, but you can omit that if you don't want. So from my armhole level, I will square down a line from my bust measurement, and from my bust point level, I will go down 1 inch for my dart intake and connect these points to my bust point. I'll replace all the dart intake. On the armhole level, I will replace the 2 inches dart intake. The dart intake on my under bust level is 1.5 inches, so I will place 1/4 of my under bust measurement plus 1.5 inches dart intake. On the waistline, the dart intake is 1 inch. I will place 1/4 of my waist circumference plus 1 inch dart intake, and I will draw in the side seam. I will slash open the pattern to enable me close in the bust dart. This bust dart remains permanently closed, and I will draw in the side seam. From the bust point, I will go up by 1 inch and temporarily connect this point to the first dart leg for my sweetheart neckline. Then on the armhole, I will come down by ½ inch. To properly draw in my sweetheart neckline, I will slash open the waist dart up to the bust point, closing the bust dart and the dart on the chest line, and draw in my sweetheart neckline. From the bust point, I went up by 3 inches on the highest point of my boobs to reduce my bust radius by ½ inch. So you determine how much covering you want for your boobs. Then on the center front from the bust point, I used 0.75 inch as against the 1 inch, and I redrew my sweetheart neckline. I'll go ahead and quickly draft out the basic pattern of the back on this side of my pattern paper. From the shoulder to the armhole level is 10 inches and the half length is 16 inches. Remember, on the front pattern, our armhole level is 8.5 inches, so I have a difference of 1.5 inches between the front and back armhole level. This is very important, especially when making non-adjustable strappy top or dress, to get the right length of your strap. On the armhole level, I will place half of my bust span of 4 inches. I'll place the same measurement on the waistline. I'll connect these 2 points, and on the waistline, I will take ½ inch on both sides of this line and draw in my dart legs. From the waistline, I will go down 1.5 inches, which is the armhole difference between the front and the back, to balance up the side seam of the back to the front. I will square out this line, and on this line, I will replace my 1 inch dart. On the new waistline, I will place 1/4 of my waist measurement plus my 1 inch dart and draw in the side seam. I will find the midpoint on my shoulder and connect this point to the dart point. This will enable me get the length of my back strap. I will measure the side seam on the front. Here I have 7.25 inches, and on the back I have 7.5 inches. So I will mark the 0.25 inch difference. Then on the center back, I came down at 0.75 inch, and I'll connect these 2 points. So here I'm just reconfirming the side seam and everything is perfect. I will also measure the length of my back strap, and that measured 9.25 inches. The next thing I'm going to do is to ensure that we have a smooth sweetheart neckline running from the front all the way to the back. So I'm going to close the dart and highlight my sweetheart neckline. Once that is done, I will match up the side seam of the back to the front, and I will close in the waist dart on the front. You can already see the irregularities on the side seam of the waistline and on the armhole as well. I will close in the back dart, then I will go in and out with my pencil until I get a smooth line running from the front all the way to the back. I will measure the difference from the original line to the new line and place that measurement at the hem of the side seam. Or you can just replace the length of your side seam by taking that measurement from the new line. I will redraw the back waistline to meet this point. I will close the waist dart on the front panel, and with my pencil, I will connect from the second dart leg with a slightly curved line to meet the same point. Once I'm happy with the result, I will highlight my lines and separate the pattern. Now the length of my front strap measured 6.75 inches, and I'll go ahead and cut out the pattern. The bust dart and the back dart are permanently closed. There are no seam allowance on the pattern. The seam allowance will be added directly on the fabric. So guys, here are all our patterns done and dusted. I'll go ahead and cut it out on the fabric. I've gone ahead and cut out the pieces for my bustier. I added a wording on the front piece and a shade color interfacing on the back piece. So I have the front piece here with the lining, the back piece with the lining as well. I have this strip here for the strap hooks, and my detachable zipper. I'll go ahead and assemble the front piece. I'll pin it in place and attach with a straight stitch, and I'll do the same with the lining. I have assembled the front piece and have ironed open my seam allowance. I will go ahead and pin in place the back piece and attach with a straight stitch. I have assembled the back panel to the front, and this is what my bustier is looking like. I assembled the lining as well, and I went ahead and prepared my straps. The width of my strap measured 0.75 inch, and the length here measured 23.5 inches. I'll be reducing the length later. Then the length of the strap for the back hook measured 2 inches. I'll go ahead and attach the straps to the bustier. From the center front on both sides of my bustier, I will measure out 5 inches and pin my straps in place. Then on the back, I will loop through the 2 inches strap through the hook, making it 1 inch now unfold. Then I will pin it in place on the dart point. You can go ahead and tack down the straps to secure it. Once the straps are well positioned and secured, I'll pin the lining in place, making sure that the straps are secured in between the lining and the bustier. I will take it to my machine and attach with a straight stitch. I have attached the lining to the bustier. I will go ahead and notch round the cuffed corners and top stitch the seam allowance to the lining. I have top stitched the seam allowance to the lining and have given it a good press to prevent the lining from peeping out from the neckline of the bustier. Now I'm going to attach the lining to the hem of the bustier. So with the right side of the lining to the right side of the bustier, I will pin it in place and attach with a straight stitch. I have attached the lining to the bottom of the bustier. I will go ahead and turn it out to the right side through one of these spaces. So guys, I've turned out our bustier to the right side and this is what mine is looking like. I'll take this to my ironing table and give it a good press, but before then I'll go ahead and fix the strap hook. If you guys recalled from the pattern, the front strap measured 6.75 inches while on the back measured 9.25 inches and this totaled to 16 inches. So I'm going to fix my hook in a way that when I measure from the front all the way to the back will measure 16 inches and then I will have a fold up of an extra 1 or 2 inches. So I will pass my strap through the hook, making sure my strap is straight and in one direction. I will pass it through the back hook and out. Then I will pull out the fabric in between the hook to create room for the strap from the back. I will pass this strap in between the hook just like you see me doing in the video and set it till it matches my strap measurement. So guys, I've done all that I said and you can see that the length of my strap from the front to the back here measured 16 inches and I have a rolled up of an extra 2 inches. The next thing I'm going to do is to attach my detachable zipper, give this bustier a good press and I'll show you guys the final look. Do not forget to like and share this video if you enjoyed it. Leave all your questions in the comment section. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel. If you're seeing the bustier top before the skirt, the link to the skirt will be in the description. And until my next one, à bientôt!